I have decided that I am going to show up here every single day for the next year, um, to see where this will lead, I guess. I am just leaning on movement rather than certainty. I don't really have anything planned out, and I guess that's the point of seeing who I become in this process of showing up than deciding this is who I want to be and then working my way to try and be that. It's the movement of the action, is the taking of the decision, is the doing, I guess. It is one of those things that when I look back at my life and when things have haven't actually gotten, when I've actually gotten the clarity is when I have actually started doing the thing. And when I am like, okay, I need to know who, I need to know what, I need to know how, and that just doesn't bring that, I guess, the growth or the confidence in self or the movement that I desired. When I like, okay, I went all in like, okay, I'm going to keep showing up. And as I was getting the feedback and refining and doing the thing, was, the confidence come. That the muscle building of like, okay, this is what's gonna like happen. And I guess the same is true here, where here we go. Let's do this thing. Let's talk. Let's come showcase, see what happens, keep showing up, then having a pre-conceived idea of what I want to make happen, how I want things to flow, what, all these things like get to look like, than actually like, you know what? Let's just do the thing. Let's just like get this thing like mapped out. Um, because again, it's not the clarity, it's not the what's the word that I'm looking for? Because I have these things like once you have the awareness of like, okay, this is who I want to be, you know, let's build up on this like storytelling and this showing up, this muscle. Like I have done, and when I look back at my life on where I was rooted in myself, in the identity, was when I kept doing the action or kept showing up. I remember when it was like, yeah, speak to your people, figure it out. And it's when I started like putting stuff out there that I started like, oh, okay, language, tuning in and getting in. And I feel, and then when I just kind of like overthink the thinking, okay, but I need to know, okay, this is what is the deal or whatever that is. Was that now like a thing that was more kind of like a struggle than when doing the did, doing that, like the muscle that could be, what would happen in a year from now? Like when I look back and look, oh my goodness, see if I was there, like rambling and clueless in the in what I was saying and like how far one will come. It's so interesting because we so overestimate what we can do in a year, right? On like what's the how do they say that phrase? See, look, we're already messing up right now. But is that case of the momentum of movement, of the doing, of the repetition, because a lot of people tend to drop out in that mundane of like, okay, it's same old, like I'm doing the same thing. And then it becomes, but it's in that repetition, in that reps building is the muscle formed because someone, like, okay, when it's like the New Year season where people now think, okay, okay, I want to lose some weight, and then you do like 100 crunches at one go. Whereas when you do like five over time, how you then see like the abs showing, or you then see whatever is happening, then feeling, and I think this is what is going to be interesting with life in and with everything that's happening around me, showing up here daily, how like what the resilience that I'll build, the confidence is always going to be like, right now, technically I'm in a high, the excitement of what this gets to look like and what this um happens to be. And one of my mentors always like saying, JM3, he always says like just go yap your pie hole. And I feel okay, this would be a great way to yap my pie hole and also document me yapping my pie hole while shaping what this gets to look like. Than figuring in and figuring out and then say, okay, now I'm gonna start yapping. So here is the yapping, and if yapping feels like something that interests you and you just want to see the becoming and oh, and how we get to, instead of waiting and being in that middle, then going in imperfectly, messy, unregulated, or whatever that is. And by showing up, by now like fine tuning as one goes along, do we then get the confidence in whatever we're doing? Or do we then showcase themselves? Because if when I look back at the things that I have done, it's because I took the action or I did the thing. And in the things that I hesitated in, there was very little growth in that. So here is to us take and doing this imperfectly, wanting to like also join this movement of like, let's see what has happened. Doesn't mean this is all about we're coming to the end, but it's like let's start with the awareness of like let's have momentum in this thing as we move on, as we showcase and see who we are. We can then say, my goodness, a year from now, this is, gosh, I remember when, and now here we are. So let's make this happen and don't forget to subscribe to see how this evolves, to see what this gets to look like in a month, in 90 days, 6 year, and then in a year's time what this go. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. And remember, this is going to be happening every single day. Nana here. Remember, your voice matters and it's your time to use it. Bye for now.